Hey guys, it's Brandon Miniman from PocketNow.com, and this is part 2 of the video review of the Eaton Glowfish X800. We're actually going to turn on the device now. I've just recently reflashed this because I was having problems with the ROM. And let's take a look. I haven't done anything to this device. This is what you can expect out of the box. It's kind of hard to tell here, but the screen is very crisp. It's VGA 2.8-inch screen, and everything is just super sharp. I'm actually going to turn the screen brightness up a bit because it's kind of low. And because I just turned it on, nothing's in program memory, so it takes a while to open. And I'm going to go to the System tab, and it's being not okay. There it goes. And backlight, and here it is. Drag it to the right. Okay, hopefully that's easier to see now. So let's go back to the today's screen here. You get a trial version of SPB Mobile Shell, which is a great program in full, but the trial program is kind of crappy. You get these 4 tabs at the top, which will let you have a program launcher, do an alarm situation. You could do weather, and over here on the right you can do quick dial. And so it's kind of a light version. I really wish they'd included the full version. This is a $600+ device, and they give you trialware. It has the speed dial tab down here, which I really like. You can have it go by frequency, or you can find the person's name. So if I'm looking for, Dan, I press the D. I really like the speed dial because what you can do is just assign one of these squares to someone you contact often, and it's easy to just press it and go. So that's that. We have a live search plugin right here, although I wish that was Google. I don't use live search too often. Okay, let's go into the program menu, see what's in there. Pretty standard stuff, though there are some extras. In games, that's standard. And also, you should notice in the upper right corner there's a little, let's see if we can see that, a little battery meter there. That's convenient. Let's see what's in GPS. We have GPS Viewer, which will show you where you are, your longitude and latitude, and Location SMS here, which I've never really used. You can kind of SMS someone your location, your X and Y coordinates. I don't see how that would be very useful, but perhaps for some people. Let's go to Multimedia. And it's loading. It's a little bit slow. It's definitely a little bit slow, as you can see here. We have the camera, FM tuner, though that only works if you have headphones on. Let me open that. And there it is. So I'm going to close that. And Multimedia Manager, which kind of is like a file browser, though really made for multimedia, so you can see thumbnails and that sort of thing. And then Name Card Manager, something else I've never really used. I'm assuming what this does, and yes, that's what it does, is it's kind of like the Titan 2, where you can take a picture of a business card and it'll recognize the characters on it and store it as a contact. So that's a welcomed addition. Let's close this. Let's go on to phone. See what we have here. We have Add Ringtone, Scenarios, which is the same as Profiles for Windows Mobile Standard or smartphone. We can do a multimedia message, and I just tapped on that. It's taking forever to open, of course. And here it comes. So if you want to send pictures, that kind of thing. No, I don't want to save. Okay, here we have Speed Dial, which will probably look familiar. That's what we showed before. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. Let's go into Utilities, see what's there. So we have Application Recovery, which I'm assuming will recover certain applications, obviously, and you can, let's see what we have here. Well, this is if you uninstall an application that was built in by Eaton. And then you can just install it again, such as the speed dial or the mobile shell. These applications actually install when you first turn on the device after you get it out of the box, and it takes about 5 minutes to install all the programs. Kind of like the AT&T Tilt. If you have that device, you know when you turned it on, it took a while until you could actually use the phone. We have the simple backup utility, Bluetooth Manager. M-Desk, which is pretty cool. You can access this M-Desk by pressing the home key. I kind of like this. And then you get this little switcher here. You can change it to landscape. Quick access, scenarios, flashlight, which will actually just turn the white LED on in the back here. Let's see what else. File browser. It's just a quick way to access some typically used functions. And if I press it again, it will take me into this, which is kind of the same thing, though in this tabbed-based navigation. I don't find this very useful. I think it's kind of ugly looking, to be honest. And here we can change some settings about it. and it's thinking, and we can check off what we want to display in this MDesk launching application. So I'm going to get out of that, go back to where we were before. Okay, we have default settings if you want to hard reset your device. I had to do that already because I was having problems with it. Not sure why. Task Manager is always helpful to have. And it's an interesting looking Task Manager because what it lets you do is click and drag items into the trash can. And you didn't see that, but there was a little animation that kind of had fire going on in the trash can. Interesting. So that is that. Let's go to Voice Commander. You have Voice Commander. It's not the Microsoft version of Voice Command, but it's Voice Commander, which works okay, but I like Voice Command better. Going down the list, we have the standard things, you know, internet sharing, file browser, wireless manager. Let's see what that looks like. And you get the kind of E10 big wireless manager that you can press with a finger. So let's get out of that. And that's pretty much it for programs. Let me go into settings, see if there's anything interesting there. Standard things here. For the Today screen, we can uncheck that live search I was talking about so that it goes away. I don't really like it. Okay, we can go over to System, and we can make sure you have error reporting off. It's off by default on the X800. That's good. Let's check out memory, what we have right now. We've been working with it for a few minutes now. And program memory, we only have a tiny 46 megabytes. I have no idea why there is hardly any program memory. In fact, if you launch the camera application while you have a few applications open, you'll get a message on the screen that says out of memory. It's amazing. For a high-end device, that should not be a problem. Storage space is about 170. Free right now is 142 because we have some things installed. And that's pretty much it for the memory. And that's pretty much it. I mean, everything else is really standard. You have some options for SPB Mobile Shell, though because it is the trial version, you have limited functionality. You can't really do everything that you can with the full version, which is great. We've reviewed it at Pocketnow and gave it very high marks. So that is the E10 X800. Nothing terribly compelling in the software department, and it really bothers me that there's so little program memory. The VGA screen looks fantastic. I know you can't tell how great it looks because we're on YouTube right now, but I will be comparing I will be making a comparison video between the X800 and the X500 as a QVGA screen, and show you what it looks like in terms of screen data and how much you can fit on the screen with a VGA screen, because it's 4 times the amount of pixels and a lot more information that you can put on at one time. So that'll do it for part 2 of the video review of the E10 Glowfish X800.